I usually spend more than I'd like to admit on AI subscriptions. One for chat, one for coding, one for video, one for voice. Easily more than my phone bill most months. So last month, I ran an experiment. I canceled almost all of it. ChatGPT, Claude, the works, and lived off a single $20 tool for a week to see if it could actually hold up. It didn't just hold up, it coded, generated video, voice, and music, and kept working on tasks even while I was asleep. All from that one subscription. I'm Martin, the owner of Byte, and today we're looking at Minimax Code, the AI workspace built to replace your entire AI toolkit. Here's the thing. Most AI tools pick one lane. One app writes your code, another makes your videos, a separate one clones your voice, and you end up paying for all of them separately every single month. Minimax Code's entire bet is that you shouldn't have to. It runs on something called the Token Plan, one subscription that covers their M3 multimodal model, plus Halio video generation, voice synthesis, music, and image generation, all under the same $20 a month plan. Instead of paying separate for something like ChatGPT, Midjourney, Suno, Elven Labs, and Claude Code, you're paying once. Real talk, when I first heard the price, I assumed it had to be watered down. In tech, when something sounds that cheap, usually it is a scam. Spoiler, it wasn't. Turns out, the model underneath it, M3, runs on an open-weight architecture, which just costs less to serve than a closed model locked behind someone else's API. And Minimax is passing that savings straight to you instead of pocketing it. It's also genuinely competitive on merit, not just price. It scores near the top of the industry's toughest coding benchmarks. It holds a full 1 million token context window, meaning it can read an entire project at once instead of forgetting the beginning by the time it reaches the end. And it processes all of that dramatically faster than the model that came before it. It's also natively multimodal, so it reads text, images, and video in the same request. Send it a screenshot of a bug and it can just tell you what's wrong. No explaining required. You don't need to take my word on any of this either. Independent developers have run it head-to-head against the usual names for full days of real coding work, and it consistently holds its own. I'll be straight with you though. For the absolute hardest tasks, something like Claude Opus 4.8 still edges it out. But then look at what that edge actually costs you. Opus sits in a completely different price bracket, and paying nearly 10 times more for a small difference on the coding you're actually doing day to day just doesn't add up. And the way the token plan actually bills you is smarter than it sounds. Your usage gets pulled from your subscription first and only spills over into pay-as-you-go credits once you go past what the plan covers, or if you touch something the subscription doesn't include. So you're not stuck guessing whether one video generation is about to blow up your bill. Most months, the subscription alone just quietly covers everything, but the model is only half the story. The actual product built on top of it is where this gets interesting. Picture this. Instead of one AI doing your task start to finish, you've got an entire team. That's actually what convinced me to make the switch in the first place. Here's what sold it. Normally, researching a topic and checking whether every source actually holds up takes me half a day easily. This time, I typed researched into Minimax Code and handed it the topic, and it automatically pulled an agent team to handle it. One agent went out, pulled the background, and built a timeline. A separate agent then went back through everything the first agent found and checked whether each fact and source actually held up. And it did it that way without ever seeing the first agent's conversation, starting from zero, the same way a real editor checks a writer's work instead of just trusting it. I didn't sit there watching either one, I opened it back up later and the whole thing was done. That's the core idea behind Agent Team, Minimax Code's flagship feature. You describe your project and the system spins up multiple agents to work on it in parallel, each with a different job, the same way a real team would split up the work instead of one person doing everything alone. Here's what makes this genuinely different from every other AI coding tool out there. In ChatGPT, Claude Code, or Cursor, the same AI that writes your code is also the one reviewing it. That's like grading your own homework. You're never going to catch your own mistakes. Minimax Code adds a separate verifier agent that checks the finished work from scratch, with zero memory of how it was built, exactly like the fact-checking agent in that research example a minute ago, exactly the way a code review is supposed to work, by someone who wasn't in the room when it was written. And because the work is split across agents instead of handled one step at a time, tasks that would normally take hours get done in parallel, which is a real speed difference on anything with clear, splittable steps, reviewing codes, translating something into 5 languages at once, or analyzing the same dataset from a few different angles simultaneously. There's also a fault-tolerance side to this, and that's easy to overlook. In a single agent tool, if that one agent fails partway through, the whole task breaks and you're starting over. Here, if one sub-agent stumbles, the system can reassign the work or retry it with another agent instead of the entire job collapsing, which matters a lot more once you're trusting it with something you actually can't afford to redo. On top of the agents, there's a 3-layer memory system: session memory for the conversation you're having right now, agent memory that tracks your habits and mistakes within a specific project, and global memory that carries everything you've taught it across every project you ever run. Think about that for a second. Most tools forget everything about you the moment the chat window closes. So why does starting from zero every single time still feel normal in every AI tool you use? With Minimax Code, the more you use it, the less you have to re-explain yourself. And then there's the part that actually changes how you use it day to day. Minimax Code lives inside Telegram. You message it a task and it runs, even while you're offline. You can schedule jobs on a timer, so you can scrape competitor pricing at 3 in the morning and have the result waiting in your inbox before you wake up. It also isn't limited to a chat window. Minimax Code has something called computer use, which means it can actually see your screen, click things, type, switch between apps, and handle whatever pop-up gets in its way, the same way you would. Tell it to open a specific app and create a note, and it just does it, the way you'd handle a task to an assistant sitting next to you instead of typing out a script. And if you don't want to build something from scratch, there's a skills hub with more than 100 pre-built skills for coding, office work, and content creation, ready to plug straight into your agents in one click. If you're starting to see how these pieces fit together, subscribe and join the free Discord in the description, because next I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like running on a real project, not a demo, an actual weekend saved. Let's make this concrete, because a feature on a page is one thing and watching it actually run is another. Say a guest on a podcast claims a new AI model beats every competitor on a specific benchmark, and before you build a video around it or repeat it anywhere, you need to know if it's actually true. Normally, that's a dozen tabs open, numbers that don't quite match between sources, and half a day gone just figuring out which source to trust. With Minimax Code, you message it on Telegram, research this claim, verify it, tell me where it holds up. It splits the job across agents. One goes out and pulls every public report and benchmark page that mentions the claim. A second goes back through everything the first agent found and checks each number against its original source, instead of trusting a summary of a summary. And a third lines the results up side by side to see where sources actually agree and where they quietly contradict each other. The verifier then runs one more independent pass over the whole thing before it ever reaches you, cold with zero memory of how the first 3 agents got there. The same way a real fact checker double checks a writer's work instead of taking their word for it. Instead of a research rabbit hole, you get back a short brief, what's confirmed, what's disputed, and a link to every source, ready to actually build something on. Notice what's doing the work here isn't one AI answering fast. It's the same architecture from Chapter 2, agents splitting the research, a verifier checking it independently, memory carrying over so it gets faster to trust the next time, just pointed at a research problem instead of coding one. Look, none of this requires you to babysit it. That's the entire point. Remember that stack of subscriptions I canceled at the start of this video? If you want to run the same experiment, I've got a link in the description. Using it gets you 12% off your first month of the token plan. And full disclosure, it also sends a bit of token support my way, so it works out on both ends. Minimax Code isn't trying to be one more app on your phone. It's trying to be the one workspace that quietly replaces the rest of them. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel and join the free Discord community. All links are in the description.